Testing, testing, testing.
Jessie has been in the Millard South program for 4 years and will be earning her third varsity letter this season. Jessie's favorite memory was from her junior year when she got pulled over before a team hitting session and staying in the press box with Kirkman for almost 3 hours because she was so scared to go home. As she was freaking out, she was soon comforted with some special Kirk knowledge. Jessie is not sure what she wants to study in college yet, but is leaning towards being a sports trainer or an art therapist. Let's hear it for senior Jessie Bessenlander. Maddie Carley. Tonight, Maddie will be escorted by her grandma, Diane Carley. Maddie started playing softball when she was 5 for the Diamond Divas. She played for her first select team at 8 for the Hornets. Maddie currently plays for Fury Gold Ravic. Maddie is also a 4-year member of the Millard South program and will earn her second varsity letter this season. Maddie's favorite memory was going undefeated during her sophomore year. Maddie plans on playing college softball while majoring in biology with a minor in Spanish in hopes of becoming a pediatric emergency medicine physician's assistant. Let's give a round of applause for senior Maddie Charles. Maddie Charese. Maddie is being escorted by her mom and dad, Jen and Andy Charese. Maddie started playing softball when she was 12 with Sizzle. Her last club season was with Nebraska Edge Gold in 2021. Maddie is another 4-year member of the Millard South program and will be earning her 3rd varsity letter this season. Maddie's favorite memory was hitting a grand slam against Millard West her junior year at the Papio tournament. Maddie will be attending Nebraska, Lincoln, and studying pre-med and planning on becoming an anesthesiologist. Let's give another congratulations to senior Maddie Charese. Next up is Taylor Rabick. Taylor will be escorted tonight by her parents Mindy and Kenny Rabick, along with her sister Destiny. Taylor started playing rec ball when she was 6 with Millard United to begin her softball career, and then began her first club team at age 9 with the Hornets. Currently, Taylor is playing for her dad, Fury Gold Ravic. Taylor has been in the Millard South program for 4 years and will earn her 3rd varsity letter this season. Taylor's favorite high school memory was hitting a 2 RBI walk-off double to beat Millard North at Metros this year. After high school, Taylor plans on attending college and possibly playing softball or running track while studying pre-physical therapy. Let's hear it again for senior Taylor Rabick. Our final senior tonight is Jalen Knowley. Jalen will be escorted onto the field with her parents, Tony and Ryan Knowley, and her teammate and sister, Tegan.
There she goes.
Jalen started playing softball at the age of 5. She played for Select Sizzle when she was 9. Jalen now plays for Prime Time 18U. Jalen completes the sweep as all 5 seniors have been part of the Patriot softball program for all 4 years of high school. Jalen will be earning her 2nd varsity letter this season. Jalen's favorite high school memory was hitting a walk-off home run in her very first varsity game at the beginning of her junior year. Jalen plans to play college softball while majoring in child development, eventually aspiring to become a child psychologist. Let's congratulate again senior Jalen Knowley. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all give one more big round of applause for our seniors and their families. Now let's meet the players and starting lineups for tonight's contest. First, the visitor.
Good evening. I am Ben Bartholow on the call for tonight's varsity matchup between the Omaha Benson Bunnies and your number 5, Millard South Patriots. The Bunnies are coming into this one 0-17 with their latest loss to the Westside Warriors, 0-13. The Patriots are trying to bounce back off of their rough weekend, losing to Marion most recently 0-2. If I'm being honest, the key to success for the Patriots is pretty simple. They just got to stick to their guns. Benson should not be a team that the Patriots need to worry too much about. However, they've got to focus on the simple stuff, making the plays, catching pop flies with 2 hands, and making sure the ball doesn't go between their legs. The key to success for Benson is just to try their best, especially this late in the season. Not having a win is something that they'd want to not have continue as they finish off this season. And honestly, any chance they get to snatch a gaudy win should be taken, and they are probably hoping to capitalize on the Patriots slacking, even though on senior night I don't know how likely that would be. And those are your keys to success for the Patriots and the Bunnies. We're just a few moments away from first pitch as we just finished off senior night, celebrating our 5 seniors: Taylor Rabick, Maddie Charese, Maddie Carley, Jalen Knowley, and Jessie Bessenlander. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, as we're just moments away, let's tell you where everyone is on the field for the Patriots. So starting off, we have Taylor Rabick, number 4. She's going to be in left field. Then next up, we got number 6, Maddie Rosmus. She's going to be playing shortstop tonight. Then number 11, Jessie Bessenlander. She's at first base. Then we got number 1, Emery Swanson, and she is going to be in right field. Number 5, Maddie Charese. She's going to be playing catcher, being the tough backstop the Patriots always can rely on. Then we're going to have number 21, Addie Parsons, is going to be pitching tonight. And then we're going to have number 13, Jalen Knowley. She's at second base. Number 22, Bree True. She's at third. And number 12, Maddie Carley. She's going to be playing center field for tonight. It's going to be a little bit warm tonight, 90 degrees and sunny. However, I think it's a beautiful night for some softball, as we see Patriots going against the Benson Bunnies. For the Bunnies tonight, for them leading off is going to be number 6, Marisol Gonzalez, then number 14, Stephanie Castro, and then number 11, Sienna Fowler are going to be the first 3 up for them, as we are just getting into our warm-up pitches. Addie Parsons, the pitcher for tonight, she has not gotten too much action as a starting pitcher this season. However, she has been one of the very reliable pitchers so far for the Patriots. If I'm correct, she's been playing a lot of starting pitching for JV, and she's been awesome for them. That first pitch for practice wasn't the best, but always got to have the bad one before you get the good ones. Yeah, no, Addie Parsons only has 8 innings pitched so far for the Patriots in varsity this season. Because Jessie Bessenlander, the senior, she's really been carrying the Patriots from the pitching mound. She's had an impressive resume this season, totaling over 2,000 pitches in total, but with 67 strikeouts and only a little over 30 walks. An impressive pitching resume. But we're just getting started now with Addie Parsons on the mound. And up for the Bunnies is number 6, Marisol Gonzalez.
Leading off for Omaha Benson, number 6, Marisol Gonzalez.
The first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. That's exactly how you want to start off. In that first pitch, getting ahead on the count. As we get the second pitch now. That one's going to be swung on and missed. Strike number 2. Parsons is certainly looking for her to chase something outside now. That's exactly what she does. She gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's going to be the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 14, Stephanie Castro.
Just as you wanted to see this go down. Next up, we're going to have number 14, Stephanie Castro. She's the Bunnies' second baseman. She's only gotten 6 hits on the season in her 14 at-bats. With this first pitch, she's going to be swung on. She was ahead of it. Strike 1. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Addie Parsons. Great way to start. This next one, that was held off on, but that's going to be on the outside edge for a strike. Strike number 2. So far, she is on fire. And another strikeout. This one caught her chasing on that outside pitch. That's going to be out number 2. Next up for the Bunnies is going to be number 11, Sienna Fowler, the catcher. The Patriots infield really excited after that second strikeout and only 2 batters. Parsons with the pitch. She's going to hold off on that, and she cannot get the outside edge. That's going to be ball number 1. And the next pitch is going to be swung on, a low pitch. It's going to be strike 1, 1-1 count. Already down 2 outs. You can still really hear the Bunnies dugout. They're excited for this one. As Parsons gives us her next pitch. To be swung on an outside pitch, strike 2. Let's see if she can go 3 up, 3 down here. She's got it right where she wants them. 1 and 2 count is a good one for the hitter and the pitcher both. Let's see who wins. That one's going to be swung on and fouled on back to the right side. She was under that one, but just Parsons couldn't quite get that pitch right where she wanted it to make her miss. That's all right, so still 1 and 2. That pitch is not going to stay in the zone. That's going to be a ball number 2. All right, Parsons with the next pitch. That's going to be swung on. That's not going to stay in. That one hits the top of the Benson Bunnies dugouts. That's going to be another foul ball. Parsons is really trying to get out of this inning quickly. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And the pitch is going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Addie Parsons. Not a better way you could start that. And for the Patriots, we're going to start off in just a minute with Taylor Rabick starting. Then Maddie Rosmus batting second, and Jessie Bessenlander third, and then Emery Swanson batting cleanup. On the mound tonight for the Bunnies is going to be Lanira Hill. She's their pitcher. She's started most of their games, and she's only gotten 8 strikeouts and quite a few walks. So someone the Patriots might be hoping to tee off of. We'll see, though. So once again, as I said earlier, they got to be really hopeful that the Patriots really got to be paying attention and staying in. It might be an easy game to see. They got to stay with it, stick with it. Let's look around the field for the Benson Bunnies. At pitcher, as I said, Lanira Hill. Then at the backstop is going to be Sienna Fowler. Then at first base is going to be number 17, Morgan Riley. Second base, Stephanie Castro. Third base is going to be Amila Smith. And in left field, we are going to have Anaya Skipper. In center field, we have Chelsea Davis. And finishing it off in right field, number 18, Adeline Abarca Ram. One of the last times we're going to hear Taylor Rabick's signature walk on. The songs behind my Barbie girl. Makes me crack up every single time. And the first pitch, that one's not going to be close. That's going to hit the ground about 2 feet in front of the plate. That's going to be ball 1. You can see Rabick is inching close as she can to the front of the box. As the next pitch comes in, it's going to not get in the zone. Ball number 2. Next pitch, that's going to be inside. Ball number 3. And the next pitch is going to be low, bouncing about a foot in front of the plate. That's going to be ball number 4. Rabick's going to walk on over to first base. 4 pitches, 4 balls, 1 walk so far. Next up, we're going to have number 6, Maddie Rosmus, the shortstop. And the pitch, that's going to go outside. And that pitch, Rabick is going to steal second. That ball is almost going to hit her as she stands up for a stolen base. That pitch was also going to be a ball for ball number 2. Rabick didn't seem like she was in too much of a hurry to get over there, but she still managed to get over to second base. So that ball had to end up at the cutoff in center field. Next pitch for Rosmus. It's going to be in there. She's going to swing on that. That's going to be a nice line drive single. And the center fielder, number 18, misplays it. That's going to get all the way to the fence. Rosmus is rounding second to third. She's being sent home. Is she going to make it? Not even close. She gets an inside the park home run standing up. What a play. Rabick also scored on that. Next up is going to be number 11, Jessie Bessenlander. As I said, Bessenlander's up next. She's been batting pretty well this season in her 70 at-bats. She's gotten 2 home runs, and she's gotten 25 hits on a stellar season for the pitcher. All right. This next pitch for Bessenlutter, that's going to be into their lefty's battery box. That's going to be a ball number 1. So it's 1-1 count now for Bessenlutter. Next pitch, that's going to bounce. It's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. You got to think at this point, Coach Kirkman's just telling them, wait until you get that meatball you want to hit. But just watch most of them go by. Next pitch, that's going to be, looks like that's going to hit her. Not very hard, but she gets a base on a hit by pitch. That's going to bring up number 1, Emery Swanson, the right fielder. That's going to be a ball as the catcher, Sienna Fowler, stands up and looks Jessie Bessenlander back to first base. 1-0 count for the Patriots. And the next pitch, that's going to bounce low. Oh, that's going to be called a strike. Must have just got over the plate. 1-1 count now. Correction, 2-1 count. The next pitch, that one's going to be swung on, and it's going to land just to the right side of the left side foul line. Looks like Bessenlutter is going to be stopped at third. And, yep, she's going to hold off on that double by Emery Swanson.
Now batting number 5,
Maddie Charese, number 5. The catcher is going to be up next with a runner on second base and a runner on third. Perfect position to bat some more in. Bessenlutter was really ready to run as that throw back in wasn't the best. All right, that's going to be a ball as it lands in front of the plate. 1-0.
So we've got Swing for the Cure Saturday. These are the other games this week. We're at.
For Charese, the next pitch, that's going to hit her on the shoulder. And that's gonna bring up number 21, the pitcher, Addie Parsons, with the bases loaded and still no outs. Addie Parsons so far on the season has gotten quite a few hits and a lot of RBIs to tack onto that. As the pitch for her, it's gonna come in. It's gonna be high for a ball. You can really see all the Patriots batters are all really inching as close as they can to that front of the batter's box, as Lanier doesn't have too much velocity on her pitch. And Parsons swings on that. That's going to fly ball to center fielder. Under it, and she makes the catch. Looks like Emery Swanson and Jessie Bessenlander are both going to tag up. Bessenlander scores on that. Swanson makes it to third base on that sac fly by Addie Parsons. That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 13, Jalen Knowley. Charese stayed at first base on that play. She was going to be close to being caught out there. So we got runner on first and third with Knowley up to bat. And that pitch, that one's going to be low as Charese takes second base. They throw over, but Emery Swanson scores. Not a very heads-up play there, as they should have really just thrown the ball back in. They allowed another one to score. Now it's a ball, so it's going to be 1-0 count for Jalen Knowley. Knowley on the season's gotten quite a few hits and quite a few doubles at that. She's really been running the base as well. And that pitch is going to be a pass ball, as that doesn't quite stay with the catcher, Fowler. And on that, Charese is going to take third. So 2-0 count now for Jalen Knowley with one runner on third. And the pitch, Knowley swings on it. That's going to pop right over the second baseman's head as she takes first base. On that, Charese is going to score. And the RBI single for Jalen Knowley. Next up is going to be number 22, the third baseman, Bree True. Bree's going to come on with only one on second base. Jalen Knowley on that last play ended up taking second. That pitch is going to be low, bouncing in front of the plate for a ball. Knowley on that last play really catching the Bunnies off guard, taking second base. Next pitch for True. It's going to come in. That's going to be a ball. The score update is going to be 5-0 Patriots as Bree True's up to bat. And that one she's going to swing on about. That's going to go all the way back to the wall as Bree True is running. She's waved over to third. She's still running. And looks like she's going to be held there. On that last play, Jalen Knowley's going to... Oh, she's going to be waved home. Bree True scores on an inside the park home run. Kirkman had all faith she was going to get there, and her wheels took her home. That's going to be a 1 RBI, 2 extra base hit. I think that's going to be scored as a double with 2 extra bases. And 2 RBI. That's going to bring up number 12, Maddie Carley. As that first pitch nearly hits her in the shoulder, that's going to be a ball. She ducks out of the way. 7-0 Patriots with only 1 out in the bottom of the order with Maddie Carley. The pitch, that's going to be down for a ball. 2-0 count. And the next pitch, we swung on right to the second baseman. Clean play, yes it is. The second baseman, Stephanie Castro on that, on the clean throw over to Morgan Riley, the first baseman. That's going to bring up the top of the order, Taylor Rabick. With 2 outs. Rabick has no one on the base paths right now, as she's the only one there. This first pitch is going to be a ball. Last time up, Rabick got walked over to first base. Rabick swings on that one. Is that going to stay fair? No, it's not. That's going to go foul onto the right side. You can really hear the Patriots dugout going crazy. As Laniera Hill has not had the best inning so far. So that pitch is going to bounce in front of the plate about a foot out there. 2-1 count for Rabick with 2 outs. All right, and the next pitch, that one's going to be low and 3-1 count now. This may be a hitter's count, but Rabick is most certainly being told to just wait for that pitch to come in. Not just look that one right through him. I don't see a point in swinging now. And that one is going to be on the inside edge. That's going to be called a strike. 3-2 count with 2 outs. Rabick's got a picker flavor now. And she swings on that one. That one's going to fly to the foul side on the right. Foul ball. Still full count for number 4, Taylor Rabick. I will say on that pitch to the inside edge, really came to her detriment that she is really hugging the front inside corner in her batter's box. And Hill comes with the next pitch. That one's going to be looked at way outside. Ball number 4, that's going to be another walk. Not quite a milestone you might want to celebrate, but according to Game Changer for the Bunnies, that's going to be Laniera Hill's 100th walk. Not something you necessarily want to see in a pitcher. But anyway, that's going to bring up number 6, Maddie Rosmus. As last time, she got that single with a error by the right fielder, letting her go all the way around the bases to score. With Rabick on first, she takes off. The pitch is going to be a ball thrown over. Rabick gets there standing up. Ball number 1. So Rosmus now has a runner on second base in scoring position. And that next pitch, that's going to hit her. She takes first base. Next up is going to be number 11, Jessie Bessenlander. Looks like for Rosmus, we're going to get courtesy runner. It's going to be number 3, Caitlin Bogue. Still up is going to be number 11, Jessie Bessenlander. Bessenlutter last time up was hit by a pitch, causing her to go to first base. She did end up scoring. That pitch is going to be not quite in the zone. I guess that must have been a little bit high. I suppose it's going to be a ball. And ball number 1 with 2 outs as Bessenlutter is up. That one is going to hit her. He's going to go as now the bases are loaded on a walk and 2 hit by pitch. Number 1, Emery Swanson's going to be up next, the right fielder. Last time up, she got a double. Pitch by Hill. That one's going to be high. Swanson's just going to be looking for one pitch to clobber out into the outfield. Hit some grass out there. She scores at least 3 runs. That pitch is going to be a ball on the outside. Patriots just hold up. Rabick could have scored, but she got kept at third base. As you don't need to put any more salt in the wound, as we're already up 7-0 over the Bunnies in only the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch by Hill. That's going to be swung on Swanson, and that goes under the third baseman's legs. Rabick's going to score, and then Boj is also going to score.
Batting number 5, Maddie Charese.
Looks like Swanson's going to score on an error by the third baseman. And for Swanson, we're going to have running for her is number 9, Bailey Owen. Bessenlutter was held up at second base. Now we have Bailey Owen at first. Up to bat next is going to be number 5, Maddie Charese. Last time up, she was hit by a pitch. Hoping to maybe get a hit here. Patriots up 9-0. And once again, only the bottom of the first inning. Unfortunately for the Bunnies, this is something that's happened multiple times on the season, with many of their games being 19-0, 17-0 losses. Not something you really want to see. So that first pitch is going to be a ball on the outside. 1-0 count for the Patriots as they still have 2 outs. But they're going on a nice rally here. The next pitch, let's be swung on, and that's going to be a nice single to the right side. And Charese holds up at first base. Boj gets a third, and Bessenlutter scores. 10-0 Patriots on that nice single by Maddie Charese.
Addie Parsons, now batting.
Now Addie Parsons up. She's got a runner at 1 and 3. Running for Maddie Charese is going to be number 2, Jalen Knowley. We got Boj on third, Knowley on first base. Hopefully the Bunnies won't make the same mistake they did last time when they had runners at 1st and 3. They threw it over to second base when they should have just held it, as they allowed, I believe that was Bessenlutter, to score on that play. So the pitcher, Addie Parsons, up to bat. She was the one who had a sac fly with an RBI last time up. She's going to just stand up on that one, as that does get called a strike. But it looks like the Patriots stepped off to make it out number 3. Patriots choosing to give a mercy third out as they take the field now. I believe it was Caitlin Boj at third base who ended up stepping off. In that inning, Patriots score 10 on only 5 hits. Six people in that inning were walked, either walked or hit by a pitch. All of them are all right, as those pitches weren't coming in too hot. For the Patriots in the field now, top of the second inning is going to be Addie Parsons up on the mound. Once again, Bessenlutter still at first base. Charese still at the backstop. A reminder on how this game might go, that Patriots have to at least play 3 innings to make this a complete game. They're up by, I believe, 12 after 3. That would be the end of the game. 10 after 4 and 8 after 5. Let's just hope we get to see as much softball as we can. For the Bunnies, it's going to be starting off with the number 4 batter, Lanira Hill, then Morgan Riley batting 5, and Chelsea Davis 6. A reminder on how the top of the first inning went. 3 up, 3 down, all 3 on strikeouts. As just a fan of the game, you'd hope to see some more base running for the Bunnies. Whether that be a walk or maybe a single, double, you just want to see some more action. This game is just really tilted one-sided right now for the Patriots. The pitch, that one's going to be on the inside bottom corner on a nice pitch by Parsons. I personally thought that was going to be called a little bit too low and inside, but I suppose not. That's going to be strike 1. Next pitch, going to be in for a strike. Hill hasn't swung the bat yet, as now we are down 0-2. Parsons has been good on 0-2 counts so far. 2 of the 3 batters. And yes, that she continues her streak. 0-2. Another strikeout. That one's going to bring up number 17, the first baseman, Morgan Riley.
How about number 17, Morgan Riley?
And for Parsons, the pitch. That one's going to be swung on, a miss, as she just missed that one a little bit high. Strike 1. Next pitch for Addie Parsons. That one's going to be called. And that's strike number 2. That was on the low side of that. 0-2 count now. Last time we were 0-2 so far. That was a strikeout. And the next pitch, that one is going to be high. 1-2 count. That was the first ball so far Parsons has thrown. Nope, that is the third ball. The first time on 0-2 she's done that. I think she was honestly just expecting her to try to swing low on that, miss it. But she does get the called 3. That's going to be out number 2 as she gets a called third strike right down the middle. You do like to see that even though the Bunnies are down 10, their dugout is still pretty loud cheering as if it is a 0-0 game. Unfortunately, far from that, but you still love to see them so enthusiastic as Parsons is now facing Chelsea Davis, the center fielder. That first pitch is going to be a ball. 1-0 now with 2 outs. The next pitch, that one's going to be down the middle for a called strike. 1-1 count. Chelsea Davis hasn't seen too much base running as she's not gotten the base too much. Is I believe only 1 hit so far for her. She's going to swing and a miss on that. 1-2 count. Wasn't the prettiest swing in the world as she ended up chasing a low pitch. 1-2 with 2 outs. And the pitch by Parsons. That one's going to be in there for a called strike 3. That's going to end the side. Parsons goes 3 up, 3 strikeouts once again. For the Patriots, we're going to have Jalen Knowley up once again as in the bottom of the second. Yes, in the bottom of the second, Jalen Knowley will be leading off now. As in the bottom of the first inning, we did have a step off to end that inning at 10 runs to none. After Jalen Knowley will be Bree True, the third baseman, and the center fielder, Maddie Carley, back to the top of the order.
Over the last 8 years, the Patriot program has donated close to $19,000 to local cancer charities. And if you're feeling generous this evening, I know they're still collecting over at the concession stand tonight. If you can't be here Saturday for Swing for the Cure.
So to take a look at what's going on for Millard South this week, we had a tennis match versus Ralston, and there's nothing tomorrow on Wednesday. On Thursday, we got the JV and varsity golf versus Millard North at 3:30. We got boys JV tennis versus Papiola Vista at 4, and then we have a homecoming varsity football game against Lincoln Pius X. That one's at 7 p.m. On Friday, we have boys and girls cross country at Walnut Grove, and that girls varsity and boys varsity are going to be first, followed by girls and boys JV later on. As now we start the bottom of the second. Laniera Hill still on the mound for the Bunnies. Looks like we are going to have Addie Parsons up to bat now, as that is where we left off. She's going to be a 2-0 count on that lollipop pitch there. The next pitch is going to bounce well in front of home plate. 3-0 count. Parsons certainly being told now to just hold the bat on her shoulder. Don't do anything. Just watch that one go in. Next pitch for Hill. That one's going to be high and inside. Ball number 4. She can be walked now, bringing up Jalen Knowley. For Addie Parsons, we're going to have a runner. The runner is going to be number 16, Jules Arias. Just making sure we got that runner change in pretty nice. As the Patriots are saving their runners, as later on this weekend, Millard South hosts the Swing for the Cure tournament with many teams around the metro competing in that one. All for a good cause, of course, as all the money raised in that tournament goes towards cancer research. That first pitch is not going to be in there. It could be ball number 1. As I said, the Swing for the Cure, that one's going to be at Westchester Fields down at Old Millard this weekend. Next pitch, that's going to be outside for a ball, 2-0 count. Jules Arias is getting some good jumps off, and she's been told to stay at first. Patriots trying not to put too much more salt on that wound as they could be stealing. And that ground ball is almost going to hit Arias, but it doesn't. That gets into right field as Knowley gets a single. Next up is going to be Bree True. Last time up, she got an inside the park home run on the 2 extra base double. She did score 2, Jalen Knowley and Addie Parsons on that hit. So we're open for another good one this time. This time, though, she's got Jules Arias on second base and Jalen Knowley on first. That first pitch is going to be above her head for a ball. And the next pitch, he swung on. That's going to be flown to shallow center fielder. Getting under that? Yes, she does. Chelsea Davis makes the catch. A nice one at that. Arias stays at second base. And that's going to not be quite the same hit she wanted in the last one. I think it's going to bring up center fielder, number 12, Maddie Carley. Maddie Carley last time had a 4-3 ground out. Hoping to get a hit here. That ball is going to be far outside for ball. Out number 1 out and 1-0 count. Next pitch from Lanier Hill. That's going to hit her on the knee. Another hit by pitch, loading the bases for the top of the order. Taylor Rabick up first. She's been walked so far both times. I think she just wants to go crazy, just swing at something. And that pitch, that's going to be a mile outside, ball 1. Patriots dugout so lean into this one. They're going crazy. And that's going to be another ball. Low and outside, rolling in the dirt. 2-0 now for Rabick. And the next pitch by Hill. That one's going to be outside as well. Ball number 3. Looks like Hill, after hitting several, she is trying to avoid that. However, when she's trying to avoid it, She has been completely missing out of the zone. I will say, though, if she does pitch one in the zone, the Patriots have been all over it so far in the game. As that pitch hits far in front of the plate, walking Rabick and scoring Arias. Next up is going to be number 6, Maddie Rosmus. Patriots are leading 11-0 on only 6 hits so far in this game. It's been quite a few walks to get people on. As Rosmus hits a nice double, at least to the right center. Rosmus is rounding second, and she is told to hold up at third. That play scoring Maddie Charese and Jalen Knowley and Rabick. That was a base clearing extra base hit double. That next up is going to be number 11, Jessie Bessenlander. She has been hit by a pitch twice in this. Another one of the Patriots just hoping to get any kind of hit so far. That first pitch is going to be high for a ball. Next pitch, that's going to be a ball to the outside. That pitch is going to hit her. Another hit by pitch. She must be upset, just wants to hit at anything at this point. However, that is going to bring up number 9, Bailey Owen. Bailey Owen hitting for Emery Swanson, as that pitch is going to be called a strike. However, the catcher, Sienna Fowler, didn't quite catch that one very nicely. That rolls off. However, Jessie Bessenlander stays at first base. The next pitch for Hill, that's going to be low for a ball. 1-1 count now with 1 out and a runner on first base being Jessie Bessenlander. Next pitch for Hill. That one is swung on and goes over the right fielder's head as Bessenlutter is jogging over to third. She is waved home. Bailey Owen going to third base. She is also being held up at third. She definitely could have scored, but gets held up at third. I suppose on that one, that just went over right over Adeline Abarca Rom's head. Not quite what you want to see. Patriots up 16-0, however. And if you can hear that, next up, Maddie Charese, the catcher. She's gotten hit by a pitch and has gotten a 1 RBI single so far in the game. That pitch is going to fall into the zone for a strike. Charese comes up this time, having 1 runner on third base, being Bailey Owen. And the next pitch, Charese swings on that. That's going to hit left center. No one's going to be there to catch it. Charese goes over to second base. And she's going to hold up there as Bailey Owen does score. That was just Chelsea Davis, the center fielder, and Anaya Skipper, the left fielder. They just were too far. Anaya was too close to the line. Chelsea Davis was too far to the center. No one could get over that one, as that was an easy fly out for some, but they were not in the right place. Batting in for number 21, Addie Parsons, is going to be number 15, Andrea McCargill. Patriots have really been just trying to give everyone some playing time if they can, and which they have been able to, as the Patriots do lead 17-0, so they have leeway to do about anything here. The next pitch, that's going to bounce in front of the plate for a ball. Still only 1 out for the Patriots. That's the next pitch. That's going to go over her. She ducks. That's going to be 2-1 count. She really should have pulled her bat down on that, as that could have been a foul ball, as close to hitting it. However, the next pitch by Hill, that's going to come in, be far high and outside for ball number 3. McCargill facing 3-1 count with 1 out, and that's going to be ball number 4 as that bounces far in front of the plate. She is going to walk, as next up is going to be number 13, the senior Jalen Knowley. She has gotten 2 singles on the night. She's been hitting pretty well today. And she's not just been hitting well in this game, but she's been hitting well all season with a score of hits and a few RBIs to add to that. And looks like we're going to have Charese leaving early, and that's going to be out number 2. And McCargill leaves early as well for out number 3. Patriots lead after the bottom of the second inning, 17-0. As Patriots are well over their 12 runs needed after the third inning. As for the Bunnies, to lead off is going to be Anaya Skipper, the left fielder. Then number 15, Amila Smith, and number 18, Adeline Abarca Ram. Still on the mound for the Patriots, I believe it's going to be Andrea McCargill now, as Addie Parsons gets pulled out. Parsons did not allow anyone on base any outs, as she was pitching completely perfect. 6 batters up, all 6 retired on strikeouts, 2 of which on called strikeouts. Andrea McCargill in the season has seen some action, as she has pitched 14 innings and only allowed a few hits, and she's got 9 strikeouts at that. Out of those 14 innings, she has faced quite a few batters and only allowed 1 home run. Some other changes around. The diamond is going to be Taylor Rabick now at first base. Jessie Bessenlander now at third base. Charese is still going to be at the catcher's mound. We're going to have number 13, Jalen Knowley, is going to be playing short. And Maddie Carley, number 12, I suppose she is playing second base. That's your infield. All right, for the Benson Bunnies, number 13, Anaya Skipper, is going to be leading off. She on the season has had no hits. As McCargill gets ready for her first pitch. And that's going to be swung on and foul ball. She got some nice contact on that, but could not swing early enough. McCargill came at her with some velocity to start it. Looks like we're going to have umpire's time, as I suppose we are taking a few practice swings, I suppose. Patriots looking to do some play. As I bet that Kirkman made a call for a play. From what I've been hearing, McCargill had the wrong wristband on. She had to get that switch, so she knew what Kirkman was talking about to get her pitch calls correct. Now, Skipper's going to come, swing and a miss for strike number 2. 0-2 count now. So far, all 7 batters now that the Patriots have faced from the mound have gone to 0-2 counts. And the next pitch to be swung on and missed. McCargill comes at her with the velocity for strike number 3. That is going to bring up the third baseman, number 15, Amila Smith. McCargill with the pitch. That one's going to be right on down the middle for a called strike 1. 1 out for the Bunnies. There's Amila Smith with an 0-1 count now. The Patriots infield and outfield have both probably been pretty giddy to see about any actions. They've gotten nothing so far. The pitcher's been getting it done, both McCargill and Parsons. So that pitch was going to be for a called strike number 2. On this, almost certainly McCargill will just be pitching something outside, maybe trying to get them to reach, and which she does. And Smith holds up, so that's now going to move to 1-2 count. I think at this point, the Bunnies dugout will be excited to see any kind of hit. As yes, Smith does get some contact. That's going to bounce towards their dugout and a foul ball. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I bet the Bunnies would be hopeful, just excited for about any single hit they can get. Because I don't believe that this is the first game that they have been looking at being no hit. And for the next pitch, that one's going to be down the middle for a called strike 3. It's going to bring up number 18, Adeline Abarkaram, the right fielder, with 2 outs in the top of the third. And a reminder, if the Patriots can hold the Bunnies to not scoring 6 runs, this will be the ball game. With 2 outs, I think that is looking more and more likely. McCargill's trying to finish off the Bunnies. And the first pitch, that one's not going to be in there. Ball 1. McCargill steps up for the next pitch. That's going to come in. Swing and a miss. Looking like she was golfing there. 1-1 count now. And the next pitch, that one's going to be outside. All right, McCargill with the next pitch. She's not going to be able to find that outside edge. Now she is 3-1 for Adeline Abarkaram. All right, McCargill with the next pitch. Down to be swung on and a miss. Bringing up full count with 2 outs. McCargill looking to finish this one right here. Honestly, you're just thinking about anything in the zone. Just should work to make a miss. In which she pitches. And a swing and a miss. That's going to be the game for the Patriots as they line up. Patriots win 17-0 on a perfect combined game for the pitcher to starting off, Addie Parsons. She retired 6 all on strikeouts. And to finish the game for Andrea McCargill with the final 3 outs. Patriots did exactly what they needed to do. And that wasn't much, however, as all they had to do was just play their game, get some hits, keep going. And we'll say on the mound, Lanira Hill did make it quite easier, as the Patriots did get a score of walks. And only 9 hits, scoring 17 runs, you don't see too often. However, with the amount of walks that the Patriots got tonight, that makes it all more common. So on the night, Patriots move to 17-8. Benson Bunnies lose, moving down to 0-18. Patriots are probably going to hold their spot in 5th place, maybe move up. But I think, honestly, after this game, if we see rankings for on Monday, I think they're going to probably stay around 5th place. Bunnies still at the very bottom of Nebraska Class A softball. For Millard South Senior Night, all the seniors, Taylor Rabick had 3 walks for her game. Jessie Bessenlander had 3 hit by pitch. Maddie Charese got hit by a pitch and had a single with 1 RBI and a double with 1 RBI. Jalen Knowley had 2 singles, one of them had on an RBI. And Maddie Carley hit by a pitch once. Didn't help, she was at the bottom of the order. These 5 seniors have really kept this Millard South Patriots team competitive over their 4 years, all of them being 4-year varsity players. This has been an awesome game and an awesome end of their home season. As the Patriots go to Westchester for their Swing for the Cure tournament this weekend and a few away games, and then bringing state tournament coming up. This has been Ben Bartholow from Millard South Media. Patriots win 17-0 over the Omaha Benson Bunnies. Thank you and have an awesome night.